now before something breaks down.
Get protection for your heating, AC, plumbing, kitchen, and laundry appliances, and more. Call for your free quote today. Call in the next 5 minutes and get your first month free. 800-418-1754. 800-418-1754.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, the snow is here. We sat down with the National Weather Service, which says we could see more icy road conditions this winter than we're used to. We'll tell you why. Plus, a challenger throws her hat in the ring for a seat on the Delta County Commission. We'll tell you who and which seat she's running for. And the U.S. Senate again considers more aid to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. We're live in Washington with the very latest. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
We got a blast of cold air today in area, and we have quite a few weather alerts right now. Let's list them out.
We sure do. The past couple of hours, we've seen a lot of this lake effect snow moving in. Let's get into these winter storm warnings that we've got basically for the western and the northeastern portion of the UP. These going until Tuesday morning, where we could see anywhere from 6 inches over here in the west and up to 7 inches, maybe 10 in localized very small areas into tomorrow there in that northwest portion. And then winter weather advisories basically for the Keweenaw Peninsula until 1 a.m. Could see up to 2 inches. Again, these gusty winds about 35 miles an hour, and then we'll see some down here, maybe 5 inches, 2 to 5 inches, basically South Schoolcraft all the way over to Chippewa and Mackinac counties. So very cold temperatures this evening. I've got more on the way after the break.
Thank you very much, Ariane. Yeah, the snow is finally starting, albeit a little bit later than we're used to. Meteorologists say there are a few factors that could determine whether we deal with snowy roads or icy roads this winter. WZMQ's Mitchell Rife has more on the predicted mild winter ahead.
This winter season seems to have gotten off to a slow start. With just a dusting covering Marquette County and portions of US 41, the National Weather Service predicts a drastic change in the snowy season that the UP is used to.
Historically, when we see these strong El Nino conditions develop, we do see a correlation to our weather here across the UP, and it usually favors us to be above normal temperature-wise throughout the winter season.
An El Nino is a phenomenon where the water temperatures in the depths of the Pacific Ocean are higher than normal, and this year that shift in temperature is significant.
And there's a lot in play here, but it does cause an ocean atmospheric steering flow situation to develop.
Although the snowfall may not be as heavy as in previous years, the warm, melting temperatures from Lake Superior and the nighttime freezing temperatures make for an easy recipe for icy road conditions.
Lake effect can be unpredictable. Well, it can be sunny on one end of a plow run and snowing on the other. I've seen 7 inches snow difference between 3 miles on a road.
Even without the snow, the Marquette County Road Commission says the altitude shifts in the UP are a taxing factor that can still make for slippery roadways. So slippery, the salt trucks have had to go down M553 backwards.
We're spreading salt in front of the truck. There can be a climate change from the bottom by the Carp River, by the ski hill, up to the top of the hill. There's a climate change in there.
So you have warming from below, even though temperatures are in the teens, the snow is falling and it's causing that little glaze of ice.
The NWS predicts warmer temperatures to continue into later in the week, but that the UP is on track to have one of the top 10 least snowiest Novembers. Mitchell Rife, WZMQ 19 News, Marquette.
Developing now, an Escanaba resident threw her hat in the ring today for a county election in May. The recalls of Delta County Commissioners Bob Barron and David Moyle have both been confirmed for the spring election. And today, Myra Crosdell filed paperwork to run for Barron's seat on the Board of Commissioners. Crosdell sits on several area boards, including the Menominee Delta Schoolcraft Community Action Agency. She says voters should consider her for her experience and dedication to District 3.
Candidate because I believe in Delta County. I believe in the residents of Delta County. Delta County was not going the right way. They veered off the track too far. Now it's time to get Delta County and their residents back on track.
Kelly Vangenhoven is running for Moyle's seat, and signatures for the recall of Commissioner Robert Peterson were submitted for review earlier this month. Happening now in Washington, New York Senator Chuck Schumer is looking to set the stage and deliver aid for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan in the coming weeks. But many Republicans are calling for border enhancements to be included with the aid. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon is live on Capitol Hill. Brendan, good evening. What can we expect in the coming weeks?
Hey there, Sarah. Good evening. That's right. Yesterday, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer sent a letter to his Senate colleagues basically outlining tasks and priorities of things that he says must be completed before the holidays. Now, in that letter, Schumer says national security supplemental funding, military promotions, and the National Defense Authorization Act, which determines funding levels for the U.S. military, are among the top priorities between now and the holidays. Schumer plans to bring President Biden's national security supplemental funding request to the Senate floor as early as next week. That would include aid for Israel, Ukraine, the Indo-Pacific, and humanitarian aid for civilians in Gaza. Many Republicans want to see comprehensive border improvements and reform before more aid is sent to Ukraine. But in yesterday's letter, Schumer called those policies purely partisan, hard-right demands that could jeopardize the entire national security package. And essentially telling his colleagues, look, the decisions that we will have to make in the coming weeks could determine the trajectory of democracy and the resilience of the transatlantic alliance for an entire generation. For that reason, he's telling senators to be ready for long nights and potentially even weekends in Washington in the coming weeks. For now, reporting live on Capitol Hill for WZMQ 19 News, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Sarah, back to you.
All right, Brendan, thank you very much. Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after this break, plus life in the 906. Jim Koski is here reflecting on the tradition of deer camp with just a few days left to go this season. And downtown Iron Mountain is setting up for its annual Christmas tree lighting and Christmas walk to kick off the season. We'll tell you when the fun gets started there. We're back in 2 minutes.
19 News is brought to you by Dan Perkins Construction.
When you put on a product this nice, you want to sing it from the rooftops. You know my roof's good looking, will last the rest of your life. Each day I go to work thinking, you know we're doing this right. Buy a roof for me and I think you'll see you'll be happy as a gherkin. 'Cause we do it right and we're really polite. Take it from me, Dan Perkins. You try rhyming something with Perkins.
2 weeks before Christmas in Santa's workshop, Big Brother legends will enter with a big Yuletide pop. Mr. Claus needs them to give more Christmas cheer. And the tasks we have set up will push them, we fear. As the deadline approaches to Santa's big day, only 9 special players can make sure that he slays. Don't miss the new series from Big Brother. Big Brother Reindeer Games, unwrapping Monday, December 11th on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Buckle's Party Store, it's where the party starts in Calumet, with an awesome beer selection featuring domestic, foreign, and craft brewed beer, a great selection of wine, just about any kind of liquor you want, and a great range of tobacco products. Buckle's Party Store in Calumet, it's where the party starts for everyone.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. That's because at John's Auto, communication is the key to service. When we have your car, you can expect to be updated on what's going on. And Craig here will explain repairs in terms I even understand, and I'm only 9. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Marquette.
And don't forget, we're still your #1 source for a pre-owned vehicle in Marquette County.
John's Auto Marquette.
Whenever you need us, WZMQ 19 News is just a click away. Watch the latest 19 News anytime on the free WZMQ 19 News app. Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasic.
We're back to those vibrant colors on our map. Let's check out again this winter storm warning for Baraga, Gogebic, Houghton, and Ontonagon counties. Basically 2 to 6 inches of that lake effect snow possible. Could be some slick roads. That accumulation could be moderate to heavy, and then more likely heavier snow over here in the northeast corner here for Alger, Luce, and North Schoolcraft counties, where we could see 4 to 7 inches, maybe some areas seeing up to 10 inches. So just be prepared for gusty winds blowing all of this snow. And keeping up peninsula, you're not left out of this as well. We've got a winter weather advisory up there, maybe up to 2 inches. Again, very strong winds pushing in, even down here off of Lake Superior, as well as we could see some snow up to 5 inches for South Schoolcraft County, and then Chippewa and Mackinac counties, some accumulations over there as well. So basically, if you're traveling this evening, take it easy. Make sure you're planning ahead, and even into tomorrow morning, where the snow will continue. Today, we saw a very warm 22 degrees out at the National Weather Service. Check out that low record, -4. I'll take the 22 over the 4, although that wind was something to contend with today too. Right now, very cold temperatures. We're going to expect that, especially into Tuesday. It is going to be, as of right now, the coldest day for this week. Not the year, but this week. 10 degrees in Ironwood. Everybody else a little bit warmer than that. Everyone's staying pretty much under 20 degrees in that teen range. Next 24 hours, like I mentioned, we'll have very cold temperatures tomorrow. This evening, it's going to be very cold, 10 to 20 like we just saw. And then those strong winds pushing in. We could see more gusts tomorrow too. We'll expect some snow, especially in the morning, and very cold temperatures. If you've got pets, just a reminder, make sure you're taking care of them as well, because if it's cold for you, it's very cold for their little paws, as my dog showed me today on our walk. Winds primarily coming out of the west, even the northwest. Those gusts staying fairly calm for the majority of us, although of course we'll expect a lot more activity over there on that northwest coast. And then we'll see a little bit of a wind change here come Tuesday morning, mostly westerly winds. We could see things kick up here around 7 p.m., especially over there in Ironwood and Gogebic counties there, maybe 32 miles an hour in Ontonagon later in the evening. Past couple of hours, we've had snow showers and flurries pushing in off of Lake Superior, hence that lake effect snow. That's where it comes from, right? So if you are downwind of Lake Superior, which is pretty much everyone on that Lake Superior shoreline, you can expect some snow showers, especially this evening into tomorrow morning, like we saw with those winter weather advisories. Your morning commute looking like a lot more activity over here for the eastern half, but of course we could see some over in Gogebic and Ontonagon counties. We'll expect those snow showers to continue throughout our Tuesday. Again, most of that activity over here on the northeast coast before we get another round around 8 p.m. It is going to be definitely gusty out there. I want to give you your 7-day outlook here. Those temperatures tomorrow, we're expecting a high of 25 here in Marquette, the low 21, and then looking ahead to Wednesday and Thursday, will warm back up into those 30s. I've got your 7-day for Escanaba in about 15.
Thank you very much, Ariane. The heart of Iron Mountain's annual Christmas Walk is about 10 days away. The Christmas Walk is on December 8th. People can first come to the library to take pictures with Santa and Mrs. Claus, and a parade up Iron Mountain Street and onto Ludington Street is right after that. The parade ends with the community tree lighting at the First National Bank Plaza. The voices of the Dickinson County Community Chorus will also be there to add to the festivities. The event coordinator says there will be an added touch of warmth for a charity this year.
Some things to give away to kids this year, and Honor Society students are joining us at First National to collect coats, hats, mittens, gloves, boots for kids so they can be gently used or new, and then they're going to be donating those, I believe, to the Caring House, and then they'll be able to give them to kids.
Pictures with Santa at the Dickinson County Library start at 4 p.m. Central Time. The tree lighting will be at 6. Our 19 News Insights is on the way next. We're learning more about upcoming projects in the new year on the Iron Ore Heritage Trail through Marquette County. That conversation is 2 minutes away.
Ready to get back to the workforce? Upper Peninsula Commission for Area Progress has a paid on-the-job training program for seniors. If you're 55 or older, unemployed, and want to get back to work, you may be eligible for CSEP, the Senior Community Service Employment Program. With 20 hours a week, you can get paid to train at an office or community organization and learn new job skills to reach your financial goals. Call 211 to learn more about CSEP locations in the Upper Peninsula and get paid to train today.
Another thrilling week to play football. The NFL on CBS. Catch all the action this week on WZMQ 19. Christmas Eve, it's Washington against the Jets at 1. And Christmas Day at 1, Las Vegas tackles Kansas City. See you this Sunday for the NFL on WZMQ 19, home of the 2024 Super Bowl.
Tonight, the technology that's fast-tracking shipping for Cyber Monday shoppers ahead of the holidays. Then, how AI could improve the chances of detecting breast cancer earlier. And an Arctic blast is on the way for millions of Americans on the CBS Evening News.
Hey, Joyce. It's me, your mailbox.
You look confused, Joyce. And how could you not be with all this Medicare mail? Do you know about MAP? Michigan's free, unbiased resource on Medicare. Their local certified counselors can help you sort through your Medicare options to maximize your benefits and savings.
Thanks. Oh, I definitely need my hearing checked.
Let MAP help you navigate Medicare.
What's bothering Archie?
Politics.
What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law.
Goldfish.
Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
Sundays on MeTV 19.1. You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
Tonight on Insights, we're learning more about upcoming projects on the Iron Ore Heritage Trail in 2024. Joining us tonight is Trail Administrator Bob Hendrickson. Thanks for coming in, Bob.
Yeah, hi.
Thank you for coming in. Tell us about the Lake and Inland Extension. I know everybody has been really excited about that.
Yeah, so we had a really successful 2023. Lots of projects got done, and a lot of projects kind of got stacked up for 2024. So Lake and Inland Extension is one of those, and that's going to be a non-motorized section of the trail from Cabogam Road out to Lincoln Inland. It'll run parallel to the current motorized section that is a ORV trail and also a snowmobile trail in the winter. And so we'll be working with Coleman Engineering with that from out at Iron Mountain.
Awesome. When is that going to be up and running that people can finally use that?
Yeah, so looking at 2025, summer 2025, okay. It'll be a full year of prep. It's basically creating a whole grade. There is an existing corridor that parallels it, but we need to upgrade that and do a lot of work for it through the year.
Isn't it like 5 miles or something? That's quite a long stretch.
Yeah, 5 miles. It's like, so we are like a little mini road commission.
Yeah.
I mean, so it takes a lot of work, and being a small staff like we do, yeah, it's going to take a while to get over to there.
Understandable. So tell us about the Market Township land acquisition. I know you've been working on that for a while.
Yeah, and that's been working on for a long time too. So there's 176 acres in Marquette Township. It's basically landlocked. And it's referred to as the Koski Land Trust, and it was approached to us as the caretaker for it. And they wanted to provide public access to it and also have it undeveloped. And this will be a great opportunity for Marquette Township to develop some single track trail in there, either be it hiking or biking. That's to be determined down the future. But we just finished up with the appraisal process, and we're hoping to sign that the final process in January.
Gotcha. Where is that located? Is that behind Meyer, like in
it's
that
further
area?
up trail, so more where the trestle goes over, the overpass trestle for the railroad. Right there is one of the corners, and it goes down to the power lines. So that's going to be the access point for it.
Gotcha.
And I'll be working from there.
Nice. And I know that you guys were hoping to get some stuff started on the Nagani Boardwalk project. We've talked about that in a couple of our segments.
It has been, yeah. So that's been hung up a little bit with the permitting. It is a wetlands project. Going over that, so Eagle has to give their approval to it. It's going through its final public comment phase right now, and that should be actually wrapping up the first part of December. But now that we're in winter, it's going to be a while before we get to actually working on it. But we're hoping to secure a contractor for it, and then also start securing materials for it. And it'll be a really nice boardwalk east in Nagani before 492. And what it'll do, it's an interpretive trail, but also a little bit of a bypass trail because we have some congestion in that area and it's a blind curve. So this will give people a little bit of opportunity to just get off the path a little bit. It'll be a nice, be ADA accessible, and then have a couple of interpretive signs on it. We're looking forward to getting that rolling too.
Awesome. And I know that you've got an upcoming retirement party for Carol Fulsher.
Yeah.
She's been such a pivotal part of the Iron Ore Heritage
Well,
Trail.
yeah, I mean, Carol's done so much for the trail. I mean, it's a board run, and there's so much into it, but Carol's been the key person for this whole thing, and she's brought in literally millions of dollars to Marquette County for this whole project, and the notoriety that the Iron Ore Heritage Trail has brought to the county too. So she'll be retiring on December 20th. We're going to do a little party for her at Velodrome in Ishpeming, and that'll be from 6 to 7. It's open to the public, so if anybody would like to come down and congratulate Carol. We'll also be doing a little bit of updates on what we've done through the past year, and yeah, it'll be a great time to celebrate Carol's accomplishments and also just the accomplishments of the Iron Ore Heritage Trail.
For sure.
Yeah.
For people who want more information, just to keep up to date on what's happening out on the trails, where can they go?
Yeah, go to our website, ironoreheritage.com. And you can get through the information to that, or go to our Facebook page also.
Perfect. Thanks for coming in, Bob.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course. Tomorrow on Insights, we will be in the Copper Country chatting with Copper Shores Community Health Foundation for Giving Tuesday and ways you can help local nonprofits. That's Tuesday right here on 19 News Insights. Still ahead tonight, Jim Koski is in the studio. He's reflecting on the traditions of deer season and life in the 906. And later, some Dickinson County teens are reflecting on their first year of a youth mentorship program called The Cure and how they hope to grow it in the new year. But first, here's your Yoopers United volunteer opportunity of the day. The Room at the Inn and Warming Center in Marquette has an ongoing need for dinner servers. Volunteers are needed daily from 5 to 8 p.m. to help cook, clean, and serve meals and visit with guests. To sign up to be a volunteer or check out other opportunities, head to youpersunited.com.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, what to know about Cyber Monday discounts, including how you can find the best deals, and how artificial intelligence is helping deliver your holiday packages on time. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
New CBS Tuesday.
This is SAS Special Agent Maggie.
This is how you start out a new series.
Put it down, now! Drama rifle restored.
I love action.
Cinematic.
Visuals are stunning.
Welcome to Australia.
NCIS has set a high bar.
Must be part of our natural charm.
I really like the banter.
Mackie's definitely the new Gibbs.
A new NCIS Sydney, Tuesday 8/7 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Erickson Jewelers will host a buying event in Iron Mountain from November 13th to the 15th. Sell your valuables for immediate payment. Bring in your gold, diamonds, coins, watches, sterling silver, designer handbags, and more. See you Monday to Wednesday at Erickson Jewelers for a free, no-obligation offer from one of our trusted estate specialists. For a full list of what we buy, go to nationalrarities.com.
Sleep better with a new mattress from Kirkish Furniture. We proudly feature made in the Midwest Restonic mattresses. Try one out today and compare other major brands. Let our sleep specialists help you find the bed of your dreams at Kirkish Furniture.
Save big money on your next project right now at Menards. Easily clean up wet and dry messes with the Shop Vac 10-gallon vacuum. It's the perfect companion for any shop or job site. Pick one up today for $84.99. Keep your guns and ammunition safely secured with Sports Afield gun safes. Big, medium, or small, we carry many sizes to fit your needs. The Sports Afield Denali Fireproof 32 gun safe with the electronic lock is $799.
New fun and games are here. I'm Jerry O'Connell inviting you to come and play Pictionary on WZMQ TV 19.
Scott Minshaw reports at 6 at 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
Let's reflect on our life in the 906. And Jim, we are right in the heart of deer season.
We certainly are. In fact, there are a few more days left in our UP national holiday. And being an urban Youper, heading out to camp is something that I've never actually done. In fact, I might be kicked out of the UP after making the confession that I'm about to make. Everything I know about deer camp, and it's not much, everything I know about deer camp, I learned from the Youpers.
It's the second week of deer camp. I got a swollen head. I'm lying with the dust balls underneath my bed.
That's right. I know the second week of deer camp is a parody song, yet it shaped my views of a UP tradition for decades now. Because of that particular tune, I've spent a big chunk of my life thinking that deer camp is a place with more beer bottles than clean dishes, a place that smells of men who haven't showered in 2 weeks, a place with a couch that's still broken following last year's epic 3-night game of full contact cribbage, a place where burps are more prevalent than fully formed sentences. That's what DUpers led me to believe that deer camp would be like. But after talking to a couple of people this year, I've come to believe that maybe DUpers weren't telling me the whole story. I've heard people tell me that they go to deer camp to join friends and family for a yearly tradition and, in some cases, a yearly reunion. They go to deer camp for the camaraderie, the escape from the everyday grind, and the chance to get back to nature. And they go to deer camp because if things work out and luck falls their way, they might even get a deer. But surprisingly, at least according to the people with whom I spoke, that's one of the least important reasons to go to deer camp. Oh, I'm sure there are those who still head out to camp with just rifles, 4 cases of beer, and maybe a change of underwear. But it seems like these days deer camp is so much more than that. The hunting is just a pretext for an annual escape into a time-honored UP tradition. So perhaps DUpers, in a way, were wrong. And for those of us who've never taken part in that time-honored UP tradition, we should probably talk more to the people who actually enjoy it and listen a little less to a song that makes fun of it. Hope your last few days of camp, if you're there, are a blast. I'm Jim Koski, and that's another slice of life in the 906.
You know what? I've never been to deer camp either, and I've actually never heard DUper's song before until today.
Yeah, what?
But I would have imagined that that's what it was either.
What? How could you not have heard the second week of deer camp? It's a classic.
I'll have to listen to the full version after the show. Erin shaking her head no. Maybe not. Thank you very much, Jim. A newer youth mentoring program in Dickinson County called The Cure is reflecting on its first year. WZMQ's Iron Mountain Bureau reporter Amy Doyle shares how teens are finding ways to spread some holiday cheer.
A new holiday tradition is emerging among teens at The Cure. I talked to several members of the Student Leadership Alliance.
The Cure, founded this year in response to high youth suicide rates in Dickinson and Iron counties, involves student mentors collaborating to guide peers and raise funds for after-school programs. Now, the program's first annual holiday tree sale is born.
It's been a long time coming. Everyone worked really hard to get this together, and even setting up the lights took a lot of work. And you got people honking. Yes. But it's really nice to be here, and I'm excited to see what else The Cure can do and what other big things we have in store.
The Cure is a haven for students near both Iron Mountain and Kingsford schools. Students put aside their school rivalries and leave all stereotypes at the door. They're jumping at the opportunity to engage and serve their community.
A group for us to join, feel included, get some volunteer hours for school and help out with the community as well. Every time we come here, hang out or work on something, we're tracking volunteer hours to put towards school.
Teens plan to share impactful stories at the Cure's year-end banquet. Despite a low monthly membership, efforts are underway to eliminate cost barriers altogether. Kingsford class leaders are driving increased school involvement.
For Kingsford, we are the president and vice president of the senior class, and we plan to work with the Cure and other organizations in our town and help get our seniors involved with the organizations to create more volunteer opportunities. And
The Cure aims to be 100% community funded in 2024.
The next fundraiser to benefit The Cure will be a silent auction held at Venue 906 on December 7th. Amy Doyle, WZMQ 19 News, Iron Mountain.
We'll have the details on how to get tickets to that fundraiser called Night of Giving at WZMQ19.com. We have several weather alerts tonight, winter storms, lakeshore flooding, and so on. Ariane has the outlook next.
Bucko's Party Store, where the party starts. They're your party store and more in Calumet. They have a great selection of snacks, frozen food, craft beers, top shelf liquor, and disposable vapes. When the winter chill gets to you, keep warm and in style with Keweenaw alpaca gear.
Save your bucks at Bucko's.
Bucko's Party Store, open 7 days a week from 8:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. on 5th Street in Calumet.
We all know how much it means when someone lends a helping hand, and no community does it better than ours. I'm Ariane Stasek. All of us at 19 News and Goodwill want to thank those of you who supported Operation Warm Up. Your donations of winter weather clothing will go to our neighbors and help keep them warm this winter. We appreciate your support and wish everyone happy holidays.
Goodwill and WZMQ 19, thank you for supporting Operation Warm Up.
Ellie Goulding is on The Jennifer Hudson Show.
The second I got here, it's just been the best vibes.
I love that face.
Plus,
Y'all hear that cooking?
Nick DiGiovanni gives me a cooking lesson.
So how much you cook?
Not at all. What? Being on this show is the most I can cook.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ TV CBS, followed by 19 News at 6.
10 million people call Michigan home. The state capital since 1847 is in Lansing, and decisions made in this building affect you and the Upper Peninsula. I'm WZMQ 19 Sophia Murphy, uncovering what's really happening here every day, tracking issues about your health and the environment, taxes and roads, schools, and safety. Reports direct from the Capitol, only on your WZMQ 19 News.
Sophia Murphy, reporting live from Lansing, exclusively on 19 News.
Ooh, friends, it is frigid out there, at least for the end of fall. We've got temperatures anywhere from 10 to close to 20 degrees. Some flurries continuing, especially along those Lake Superior shorelines. We've got winter storm warnings in pink and winter weather advisories there in purple. We could see anywhere from 2 to 7 inches, depends where you are. Looking at our evening, we'll expect a dusting for most of us, maybe up to 2 inches in Munising, and tomorrow likely to continue. Your 7-day for Escanaba will also be on our website.
We'll see you at 11.